Hello, hi, and welcome to part 2 of Little Walter's Flower Farm Spring Garden Tour, and this is going to the front gardens. Now, I am in Zone 7A with our last frost date being April 15th, April 19th, something like that, although our winter's been very mild, so there's that. What I wanted to show you is basically the front gardens and our side south facing of our farm garden area. So we got Berry Alley going up here, which is the south facing side of our house. So we have blackberries and strawberries inside this lovely enclosed garden bed, because otherwise we'd have to share them, and these are the strawberries that I don't want to share. We also have dahlia area in here. I heavy mulched them to see if they will come back this year. Fingers crossed. I think they will. I'm gonna dig down this week and see how the tubers are doing, but I do have other dahlias that I ordered to be placed in other areas, but if needed, that area, and I have more space for more dahlias there anyways. We also then, as we go closer to the front yard, we have blueberries up out of our native soil because it was necessary. They weren't doing well. So they're more in a raised bed up and above, and we do barytone and soil acidifier in them, and they've done so much better. We have tulips, and this was a hyacinth bed, although I've picked the majority of them for bouquets. And then this was a broken round pot, and I just put it inside of a larger tall one, and it's now going to be a decorative planter. I'm gonna do some annuals in front of it so it'll get a little beefed up, but for right now it has a violet in it just to provide some color in this area. The tulips will all be for bouquets. We have a few hyacinths left in this front bed up here, but mostly we have little pea sprouts coming up. These are snap peas, and they go the whole way down, and they will go on this trellis, which also has some lovely solar lighting on it. Don't have anything planted in the front of that yet. It'll likely be, I think, giant marigolds, and then here is going to be status, one of the status areas. I put up where we're going to have our front garden green stalk this year, which we had two of them, one here and one back here, but that kind of got a little squishy back there. Not squishy, you were squished trying to get back to the water. So we're going to just have this one, and I mix leaf size and the original together, and I think this is where, once I bring out my lettuce starts will go. We have some hyacinths that I don't pick, they're just ornamental for the garden. We got campanula up here, which has overwintered quite nicely. It was confused when we had this like warm cold situation that happened for like 3 days at the change into spring, but we're good now. Shouldn't have any cold temperatures here on out. Well, colder than like 40 degrees potentially. So campanula, a bunch of different colors. There's purple, pink, and they're bellflowers, so they look like little bells, and I'm very excited. This is the first time growing those. We overwintered scabiosa and snapdragons. These are Costa and Chantilly snapdragons, and I also had some extra campanula, so I had put it here, which looks like this frost, like quick tiny frost that we had might have killed that, but it'll come back. It'll be fine. Everything will be fine. We have 1,918 tulips planted for our bouquet subscriptions and our flower stand. So these are some of the beds that we have things planted in. They will not be planted in them next year because tulip fire is a thing, and you can't plant in the same spot consecutively, unless you're perennializing them, or really tulips don't do that around here. So we're going to do some temporary beds next year, and that will be in the back gardens, and then we'll do that from here on out, and just put them together, take them apart, so on and so forth. So we got more tulips on this side in like this cottagey garden area. Right now we have birds really enjoying the bird feeder is what it is. I just recently did this garden area. I put the fountain in. It's a fountain from Plow and Hearth. We have some Tahiti daffodils. I remulched in this area. I haven't planted anything yet. It'll be statice and yarrow and some other stuff, I think. And we have some hyacinths that have come up as well. And of course I added some violas and or pansies to this area. Sorry, my camera skills are a little off today. We have one little parrot tulip that I will pull probably tomorrow and get into the cooler to wait for all of these other ones to be ready. This one I could actually pull because I can tell what it's going to be. So we're just waiting for a lot of things around here. This bed of tulips is probably the most robust and tall. You can see how tall they are. This one's probably the best one of them all currently. So we will be picking those soon. We have our bed that we cover cropped to fix the soil. There's sunflowers there, and they're heavy feeders. So I always do cover crop where sunflowers are, or really any beds that I know are going to be completely free of anything. I could actually use this bed for tulips next year if I wanted to. We also made the bed taller. It used to be one row shorter, and I just didn't like that. I did just plant out statice. There's some overwintered Lisianthus in here. A lot of it didn't make it. One or two did. Lisianthus isn't supposed to overwinter here, so I did my best. But statice is a cool flower, so it worked last year. It might turn a little bit red if it gets too chilly for it, but it'll bounce back and do its thing. So I only planted a few of them out, just to, make sure we're good to go. But I planted them out around this time last year, and they were fine. So we have a whole bed, and I plant 2 per square foot for statice. We also have some nigella that we overwintered, and I'm growing those for the seed pod, which I'm very excited about. I mentioned the scabiosa, which we have here. And then up here, we just have a hodgepodge of stuff. There's some mums, there's some, I think there's some gladiolas in here, there's some irises, bearded irises, there's some Rudbeckia, black-eyed Susans, a variety of things. And this is like just kind of where we put stuff once we want to move something to somewhere. And this gets afternoon sun, so we have to be or pay attention to that. But yeah, that is our part 2 of the garden. If you're still looking for and live in the College Park, Maryland area and still looking for some flowers all season long, check out our website. We still have subscriptions available. Thanks for coming along, and have a great day.